me?
I said great.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'll call the meeting to order, and I got 10:32 on my side. And if you'll join me with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. And if we can get an adoption of this agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt the governing board meeting agenda for July 12th, 2022 as submitted.
Thank you, Randy.
I'll second.
Who's this? All right, Ron, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. All right, our first order of business, we are going to have our public meeting. And the public meeting is called to order on July 12th, 2022 at 10:33 for the purpose of public review of the fiscal year 2023 annual expenditure budget. And I think this is where Aaron takes over.
Good morning, Mr. President, members of the board, Superintendent Remendini. Thank you for joining me this morning and taking some time out of your days to call this telephonic meeting. As you can see, we do have the adopted FY23 expenditure budget in front of you. Typically, as we discussed at the last meeting, you would see the same budget for adoption that you saw in the proposed budget. However, per House Bill 2866, districts are allowed to adopt a budget that is higher than its proposed budget for FY23. And this is due to the state legislature approving the budget pretty late this year. So just kind of crammed our time, but they're allowing for this. Otherwise, I would have to be coming back to you with a revised budget by August 1st. So we thought it was better just to go ahead and get it revised for this meeting. So the biggest change that you're going to see that was approved was the base support level amount increased from $4,445.53 to $4,775.27. So this was the biggest reason for additional funds that we're going to see in our budget as compared to the proposed. And there was also some slight increases in some Group B support level weights, as well as a new category of free and reduced that they're giving us a little bit of money for. And then, of course, there was a little bit of an increase to our district additional assistance, also known as capital. So another thing that gave us a little bit more money, or a factor that gave us a little more money, was because of the support levels and the additional weights, it did increase our estimated override amount as well for the M&O. So we have an estimated increase of a little over $113,000 just in our M&O portion. So due to these factors that I just listed, I'm seeing an increase in our M&O expenditure budget of just under $787,000. And then I'm also seeing an increase of just under $75,000 to our DAA. So with those funds, I'm going to pad for inflation for goods and services a little bit more. And then also I am planning to come back to you in the very near future with a proposed salary increase for all of our current staff. Are there any
Very
questions?
good. Anybody have anything for Aaron?
Okay, Aaron, this is Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Okay, just when you started out, you were talking about our last budget that we did, the proposed budget that we approved last meeting, and then this budget, and you mentioned about, we were allowed to increase amounts because they hadn't passed the budget. Anyway, so is this with the money that the legislation approved?
Yes.
In this budget? Okay, so this is the good one then.
This is the good one.
So we don't have to do this again for a while.
Correct. The next time I plan to do a revision for you guys will probably be in December.
Okay.
Any other questions for Aaron? No?
No.
And there's nobody in the public in the boardroom, is there? Anybody there?
No, there is
No.
not.
All
Correct.
right, perfect. All right, well, I will close the public hearing at this time. We'll move into our action item for this very same topic. So if we can get a motion on that.
Yes, I'll make the motion that the governing board of the Wickenburg Unified School District Number 9, having held a public hearing on July 12, 2022, hereby adopt the fiscal year 2023 annual expenditure budget as presented.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Sandy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that motion carries. Thank you. All right, our consent agenda. Does anybody need anything pulled off of there before we take action on the consent agenda?
No.
Okay, hearing none. We'll entertain a motion for that.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda items for July 12th, 2022 as submitted.
Thanks, Randy. Thanks, Sandy. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? That motion carries. All right, so we will move along to our number 5 action item, which is the request for approval of financial reports as presented by Aaron Johnson, Executive Director of Business Services. Well, hello,
Hello,
Aaron.
Well, hello. As you can see, we've trended well. This is the June 30th numbers. This isn't final, set in stone. We won't see all of those figures until I perform the annual financial report, which will come to you in October, as it does every year. This gives you kind of a snapshot. So again, we were trending very well. Budget balances were positive. We're in compliance. There's no surprises to the best of my knowledge. So we're ending the year pretty well. The next month or so will be what we're calling our encumbrance period, where we're just tying up and paying all of those final invoices. All goods and services had to be received by June 30th. However, we do have this extended period of time to pay any of those invoices out of the last fiscal year, which is that's why I do the annual financial report in October, because then everything's buttoned up and pretty, and you get that final report. But overall, June looked good, and is the end of the year well, and ahead of schedule, so to speak.
Yeah, do we really have that much money sitting there?
We have a fair amount of carry forward, on the page 7 of the budget.
Yeah,
1.7.
yeah, that capital looks like a lot.
Yeah, we didn't get to a lot of the capital. We had more capital budget this year than what we've probably ever had.
Right.
And in prior years. And a lot of the capital expenditures didn't happen, not only maybe because of delay, maybe there wasn't any companies that had employees to do the work. We couldn't get the supplies in. So a lot of things we've had to close and roll to next year just because we couldn't even get the product, such as, capital item purchases would be like surfaces, for example. I know we've had some orders that got put in late in the year. They're not here. We had to close it, and we'll have to make that purchase out of the FY23 year.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have anything
So
for Aaron?
all this, the money that's left over, we get to keep and to spend in 23?
Correct.
Okay, good.
You good? Anybody else? Well, let's go for that motion.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. And I'll make a motion to approve that financial reports as submitted.
Second.
Thanks, Randy. Thanks, Sandy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. And with that, we will move into the closing of the meeting. Who would like to make the motion for that?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you,
Second.
Susan. Thank you, Sandy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I didn't think so. That motion carries. All right, we are adjourned at 10:42 on my side of town. So
Thank
thanks,
you,
everybody.
everyone.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Don't
Bye.
forget.